what's in your heart. Plant a seed, let it grow. You got time to take it slow. If you could see yourself from where I'm standing now, you would not believe how it all turned out. So don't let them get you down. They say don't mean a thing, 'cause no one knows what they're doing.
Think I know what's right, pull me into your life. Let's get lost in a whim. You like to take your time and I like to keep mine. Now I'm wondering,
you take an ordinary man and you make him better. You take an ordinary man and you make him better. You take an ordinary man and you make him better. You take an ordinary man and you make him better.
your silver lining coats that grip around my throat when you call my name. And now I'm losing the fear, the path to you so clear. So take me all the way. I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you.
The summer's almost over, I'm feeling awfully sober. The world is ending and we've been invited to duck and cover. No less than complicated, don't think I know your name yet, but I got the cure you need when you're under weather. The feeling's taking over, found a 40 clover. Got you stuck in my head and it keeps getting louder. The world is saturated, let's be the medication. Slip you under my tongue, my little rhythm.
I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you.
Now thinking about yesterday, it was a crazy flight from the stars. Yeah, no, and we were thinking about yesterday.
I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Think I know what's right, pull me into your life. Let's get lost in a whim. You like to take your time and I like to keep mine. Now I'm wondering,
You take an ordinary man and you make him better. ordinary man and you make him better. You take an ordinary man and you make him better. You take an ordinary man and you make him better.
Your silver lining coats a grip around my throat when you call my name. And now I'm losing the fear, the path to you so clear. So take me all the way. I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you.
The summer's almost over, I'm feeling awfully sober. The world is ending and we've been invited to duck and cover. No less than complicated, don't think I know your name yet, but I got the cure you need when you're under weather. The feeling's taking over, found a 40 clover. Got you stuck in my head and it keeps getting louder. The world is saturated, must be the medication. Slip you under my tongue, my little winner.
I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive, I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive.
Shit, yeah. If you don't want to ruin your hair, you don't. 'Cause I ruin my hair, so I don't wear them. But everybody, this is hour 2. Welcome back to the Club with Lucas here at RCE 106.9 because we are having an English exclusive performance here at BCN in Catalonia. And if you don't mind, a little bitching GabFest as well with the new BCN Eclectic. I'm calling y'all Eclectic Clash. That's
Okay.
the sound that I'm getting.
it.
Sassy, thank you so much for being in here, and shout out to
for having
Daniela
us.
Fox Productions as well, and thank you for joining us here on the Club with Lucas, because we
you.
do like to do at least once a month or every other month we do a Blue Mesa live sessions with the blue lights in here, and really bad overhead lighting, but don't worry, I'm 84 years old, so who cares? But thank you for being here. Wow, and we've got
having us.
a grouping of people. If you don't mind speaking a little bit closer to into the mic so the good people can
Sure.
hear your beautiful voices now. Let's start with, because I think Alex, you and I were the ones that were first hooked up together
That's right,
through
yeah.
Lady Danny. How did, okay, tell me how Sassy came about. What's up with the Sassy?
Oh my gosh,
Well,
okay.
it came together very naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very
Great.
organically, as all good things
You love
are.
organic.
The first band that's been so organic, like a good relationship, just sort of happened.
But how,
Didn't
here
have
in
to try to-
Barcelona?
in
Yeah.
Barcelona,
So
yeah.
Alex and I were in a band together before Gus came into the picture at all.
Okay.
So we had,
Latecomer.
yeah, we actually met on Vamper, that app for musicians to find each other in the
Little
city.
plug.
So there's an app, if people don't know, there's an app called Vamper, spelled Vamper.
PR, just
PR, I thought so, Vamper.
Vamper.
All right.
Yeah.
It's essentially Tinder for musicians. So.
Yeah.
Okay, but did it hook up anybody in a amorous way?
A bit
No.
later on.
No?
In a roundabout sort of domino effect
See
way.
how
Sure.
the Lord works, you guys? See how the Lord works? Okay, brilliant. Continue,
Yeah.
please.
Well, yeah, we were playing together 2023, gigging around with our last project, and then 2024, and went back to the States for a few months. We were writing remotely, and there was a one critical tune that kind of kicked it off, which was the song we all
Don't
just
know what
heard.
we're just hearing.
Yeah.
Led by you. It's something I put together. It's on my iPad, this idea, sent to Emery, and she was like, oh my God, let's go. I need to get back to Barcelona.
What inspired that song?
Well, it was actually a little shout out to my other half, Sarah, here. When we first started seeing each other, basically I was trying to show off and prove that I was actually a musician, and wrote this song about this road trip we took when we first got together. And
Was the road trip here or in
It
the
was
sta-
here, yeah, up to the
Okay.
Costa Brava here.
Yeah, so wait.
Yeah, yeah. And so
Okay.
that's how it started, and then sent it to Em. She put her stamp on it, and
Yeah, it was the summer
kind
of falling in love, I guess. That's what the song is like, kind of like starting something new and saying, oh, whatever, like I'm just going to go for it.
Well,
sort
where
of
does
thing.
everybody come from? Where is everybody from? I should ask. I forgot to ask that.
Funnily enough, me and Alex are from pretty similar.
we
places,
grew
like
up about a 30-minute drive from
Yeah.
each other. But
and we have mutual friends from back then, but we'd never met. We met here, and it's which is quite a funny
Yeah.
story in
And that
itself.
is
yeah.
in the UK somewhere?
Brighton, yeah, Brighton,
From
the UK,
Brighton,
yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Roundabouts,
that area,
nearabouts, yeah.
I love that city. I don't know the
It's a
roundabout
great city,
areas.
yeah. It's a great city
outside, but-
musically as well, actually. It's where, you know, a lot of like the formative years of going to gigs was in Brighton.
Are there any bands out of Brighton that we should know that we don't know
The
necessarily?
Kooks, if you know
Yeah,
of
that's
them,
a
yeah,
big
they're a
one.
pretty big one.
Really?
So
Yeah, I'm pretty
Brighton
sure
outfit.
Royal Blood, maybe. I might have that
yeah,
wrong,
I
so if
think-
you're listening, guys, I apologise.
Yeah, fact check.
And Lady Emery, where are you from, madam?
I'm from Arlington, Texas.
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
what,
from
man, Mr.
Arlington.
Ryan, tell you what. All right, how now? Did you always stay in Arlington?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
most of my life, and then I moved to Austin for university.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't
I'm
a Longhorn.
Longhorn. She's a St. Eddie's, so
Yeah.
we're cousins. We're kissing cousins.
still love each
Aw. Right?
Yeah.
This is beautiful because it's very rare that Lucas, who was also born in Texas, gets another Texan up in here.
Yes.
So rock on, part of the people see, and that's what we've eclectically brought together. Now, the roots of the making of the music, because when you listen to that track and some other stuff, I'm wondering what I called it eclectic clash because I a lot of it threw me back to the. I told you this a few weeks ago, to the electro clash movement of Brooklyn in the early 2000s. And do you remember the yeah
Yes.
and Felix the House Cat and all that? Okay, so it was giving me that the Strokes. Sorry, I don't want to mention them too much, but
No,
you know there was a
totally.
sound
Yeah, we'll
and
take
buzz
it.
that came out of there. Franz Ferdinand is another
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
So was that some of the inspiration from 15, 20, 25 years ago? That sound.
For sure. I
think
mean,
so, yeah.
Especially, I mean, I can speak to growing up in the UK, in Brighton, that's in the early 2000s.
I mean, that scene made its way over.
100%, it was all over the
hugely. It was,
radio.
you know, for me, listening to the Strokes,
I can think
Like-
of the Strokes playing, like you're saying, the yeahs, and then
Metric too as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still going. There's a lot of.
Are they
those
still?
guys. I think so. Yeah.
Rock on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Great
all
band.
right. Well, I wonder if any of them would be coming over here for Sonar, and then if you choose. The Sonar lineup has gotten a little weird. It used to be much more eclectic back in the day. I think that's
Yeah,
the word
sure.
of this
Yeah.
show. Is
Yeah.
starting around today.
I'll
but
take it.
see, it's been taken. Oh my God. That just made me think of a horrible MTV reality show that we're not going to talk about right now. But what do you see as your formative years? Here are my nerdy questions that every journalist has to do. Formative years when you got an interest in music and you thought, you know what? Es que I have to do this. I want to do this. Was there a time, like an age or an artist or inspiring muse?
I remember being a kid, and I think we had like the first home computers, like Windows 98. So forget trying to listen to music online. You just had the music channels on TV, VHS, MTV, Kerrang, seeing bands like Nirvana.
Yeah, that was massive.
Good
Music
times,
video,
man.
all the video
Yeah.
channels, Kerrang, MTV, VHS, VH2. Sorry, I should say.
Yeah, yeah.
VH1 too.
VH2.
It'd be like that adult contemporary, Amy Grant stuff,
Yeah.
Tenacious D on repeat, all of that.
yeah.
That's it.
Do you know
yeah.
Mr. Show with Bob and David?
I do actually. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's where Tenacious D came from.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
We didn't cancel you, Jack, and the other guy. We did.
We should have done.
Perdona. So, okay, so I'm already getting some things that I'm digging from that. Now, inspiration for you?
Yeah, so I'm a bit younger, so I don't really know what all of those words mean, besides me. But I was a band kid, so sorry.
It's a Texas thing.
It's a Texas-
I'm 84.
I'm
She's 18.
Emery's still explaining it to us.
Basically.
We still don't quite comprehend it.
Yeah.
The
But
European
yeah.
mind cannot.
I was a band kid, so I played piano since I was like 4, and that was a big part of me. But then I joined band really young, and I played the oboe in band, and I played marimba and vibraphone in marching band. So I did like the whole marching band
You're
experience.
like Prince, so you just play lots of different
Yeah,
things.
any
She is.
instrument I could get my hands
You're
on,
in the
I
purple.
played.
And
Yeah.
who pushed that? Was that Mama and Papa? Was that just
They threw me into piano lessons. Like my grandma was a piano player as well, so it was a lot of her influence as well. And I just like never gave it up. I gave it up at one point, and then I always went back to it. So now I take a lot of jazz lessons. I'm much more interested in, expanding that outside of classical. But I've just been in music my whole life, and I think one day I was sitting in class and I was like, I gotta do this. I can't not do this.
That's how it comes, folks. Now, sir, what was your moment where...
Gosh, I mean, for me, I come from a family of musicians, so for me, it was watching my dad on stage. He was a blues guitarist in his own right, you know, magnificent player, and just watching him really was like the moment that it happened over years, you know, and for a while I really didn't want to be involved in it. Having seen such a talent of his level, it kind of put me off for some time in a sense, because, you know, trying to follow those footsteps quite difficult, quite the, you know, shoes to fill, so to say. But I think at some point it was down to my brother, actually. He kind of kept dragging me into it. I was always playing, you know, I was always playing guitar.
Older brother or younger?
Older brother, yeah. And yeah, Jack. Shout out Jack.
Yeah,
Shout out
Moore.
Jack.
He's who introduced me to these guys, actually. So yeah, without him, a lot of stories wouldn't have happened. And
Who inspired your father, I wonder?
gosh, you
Musically.
know, B.B. King,
Okay.
Peter Green.
Oh,
You know, a lot of the old blues guys. You know,
now people don't know about Peter Green and Fleetwood Mac and John Mayall's and the Blues Breakers, but this motherfucker does. And wow, I've never heard anybody even say Peter Green except my motherfucking self.
He was, you know,
I'm surprised.
I think, yeah, my dad's biggest inspiration, especially guitar-wise. for
Fleetwood
sure.
Mac is my favorite
Yeah.
classic rock band,
Yeah.
so I'm just really impressed that you said that. Thank you for saying that.
Of
All right,
course.
now I'm beaming with sunshine and fruit flavor. I'm like a Skittle right now. Now, the sounds that come together in this, when you get together to play music and whatnot, and like when you were recording the other day, I hit you up a week ago or so, and you were getting ready to. Is there a symbiosis that you feel together? And can I ask one quick question that's a side note, because I have a little bit of ADHD? Is that a Dog Soldiers shirt?
It's not, but great.
You know the
film,
movie I'm
great
talking
film.
about,
I
the Scottish film.
I do, yeah.
It looks like the
Wow.
Dog Soldiers.
It totally
thing.
does. I didn't even clock that, you know.
Scheisse. Okay, sorry. Hello. Okay, back to that. Is there a
Brilliant.
symbiosis that comes when you get together?
I think so, and that's really what started everything off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying earlier, I wasn't really meant to be involved, and the moment we got together around our little, you know, studio set up in our place.
In Melbourne.
You already know we're doing video too, bro.
And yeah, like I think we just clicked instantly, you know.
Exactly.
We all bring something really different to the table, and
Yeah.
in a way, you wouldn't expect our taste to mix in some facets, but I think they really do. You know, Em brings a lot of her, as you're saying, her jazz band background. You
My
know,
nerdy music
Alex comes from much
background.
more of like a grungy place, and I'm, you know, I'd say I've got more of a rock blues background. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
There we go. That word.
That's like
I know. I want to ask you, Mija, the jazz and a classical composer. Do you have any faves
Oh my
of
gosh.
classical composers and any jazz greats that you really?
I think I love like the old sound of jazz, like Herbie Hancock, that type of stuff, but I love contemporary jazz, like
Okay.
Hiatus Coyote, if you know them, are like one of my biggest jazz groups
I
they're out of Australia, and they
Okay,
are just
Hiatus
they are
Coyote.
truly eclectic.
Going on
If
there.
you like that word, go for it, because
Hiatus, I'm gonna look that up right now. I'm thinking of because you said Herbie Hancock in the classic, and I'm thinking the Headhunters, which was more the acid jazz, 60s, 70s, 80s. But beyond that, there wasn't any of the older, like the 30s, 40s, 50s kids.
not so, my parents were a big influence of my love for jazz, but I didn't really know what I was listening to, because it was all like CDs that they would throw on and like vinyls and stuff like that, but I never really knew who it was. So I just
CDs,
know
folks,
I
for the
like,
people who don't know, were
I know that one.
right?
You
Yeah,
know Herbie Hancock, you don't know VH2.
I love it. And what about, because you're a pianist as well and a keyboardist? Any classical great composers that you really done?
I mean,
I know I put you on the spot. It was not
you
on the
did
list,
put
I'm
me. I
sorry.
wasn't ready to think about
I do
classical
know Hiatus
composers.
Coyote.
I bet you do.
I do.
Yeah.
I have them. I follow them.
Yeah,
They're
they're great.
fantastic. Yeah.
I've seen them here as well.
This is why.
They're so great.
I think we played them a while, like 2 years ago, because
Yeah,
they
they
were
played.
coming to the show.
Yep.
Champion this way. Okay, excuse me. You were speaking.
Um,
I'm a Debussy guy, and that's why when I wanted to know if there was any of the classical greats that you know, vibe off of.
yeah, probably most of them, but I think I was also like so rebellious that I was like, I don't want to care about it. Obviously, they're a huge influence of what I learned, but I was like So I don't want to be classical and I don't want to do this. So I only cared about the more jazzy classical things when I was younger. So I was like in classical training and I was like, I hate this.
It's funny
I can't
when
even
you're-
read music very well. Like,
Yeah.
so jazz for me, I was just like, this is how my brain works. This is how what I want to listen to. So
I'm digging this conversation. Sorry, you were about to
No,
say
it's
it?
just it's funny when I agree. Like it's when you're younger, like listening to a lot of that music, it's kind of I wouldn't say pushed on you, but you don't find it as I don't know. You want to break out of it. You find it a little bit lamer than, with a lack of a better word, a bit lamer than rock music. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
but it's only later in life when you really start picking
Oh,
up
yeah,
the instrument
coming
and then
back
you go
to
back
it
to the
for
melodies,
sure.
and they're so
Yeah.
core, of such core importance melodically, like for writing. Like,
It's interesting you say that because you have a bit more of a musical background, whereas I don't have so many musicians in my family. I have like my mom playing David Bowie in the car, Queen. My dad's into Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix.
Mum's
got me
car
into all-
music.
Mum's
it's its
car
own,
music.
it's its own genre.
100%. I still exactly.
what you listen to on the way to school
Yeah.
type
It
of
also states how cool your mom is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
that's
pretty cool.
Exactly.
little
that's what I'm
slight
saying.
shout out to my mom.
Yeah, shout out your mom.
But yeah, that was when it came together with watching like all the music videos and stuff like that, and I was just the whole time like, I want to be them. I want to be up there.
That's right. Yeah.
Nowadays, since we are all very, very young, but kids don't have the necessity to go to the tele and look for MTV or Raxin, whatever they used to play here, BH1, because everything's MP3'd
So
into
true, yeah.
existence through Spotify and streaming platforms and whatnot. Do you think that has killed a lot of the music culture of the younger generations? I'm wondering, not killed, but
I
certainly
wouldn't say
inhibited
killed,
it.
yeah, I'd say it's very different. The avenue in which you find music these days, it's very different. It's all online based, and it's changed things. Like for me, it used to be way more sentimental in buying a record. Buying a CD, taking out the sleeve, learning the lyrics.
Yes.
It felt special. It felt.
Who produced
So
it,
I'd
who
say a little bit of
mixed it,
mystique has
the
been
magic
removed,
behind it.
but I still think that music speaks for itself, and people will always find a way to find music. It depends how much you love it.
Speaking of which, please know you're about to say
No,
something.
on that, there's so much exposure to so much music, which is, you could say was a plus side of it. But then for people like us, we know we're not gonna make any money selling our music. We just have to play. It's all about the live performances. So
Which
that's
is
a
also
bit-
why we're here today as
Hey,
well.
well.
How was the live performance the other day?
I think it
Well,
went
that was-
really great. It was really fun. There was a lot of our friends in the crowd, which helped.
Gets the energy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like a really positive night, and I thought we were great. I was really proud of us all, to be honest.
So the
Yeah,
symbiosis
super
goes from the being together and the rehearsals to the stage.
Yeah,
Totally.
definitely.
Yeah.
And the moment it happens, the lights go on or off, and you're just in the moment with it.
Yeah.
All the nerves flutter
all the
away.
things you think you're gonna forget just
Yeah.
come out.
And I
somehow.
just love these guys, working with them and being able to look at them on stage, and
Yeah.
it just gives you a boost. And
I love the mix of the male female. I just mentioned Fleetwood Mac, so I love that there's a mix of
Totally.
the male female energy because
Yeah.
that. All right, and we're gonna get to we're gonna do the Blue Mesa live sessions in a few minutes, everybody. But I have a lot more questions to get to. Do you mind that we're doing this and I can take
No.
little clips
Of
and things
course.
like that? Because I mean,
Great.
what would Jesus do? Okay.
How do you keep yourself inspired and aware as busy folk who are also musicians?
I mean, I have to say it in a
Dexter's laboratory way.
For example, how do you balance stress when you've got a lot of ish to deal with, and then I got to rehearse and we have to perform on a generator this day, and we have to. Is there anything that you do to inspire your creative outlet while at the same time decompressing, or maybe you don't have stressful lives? I don't know. I'm just talking about myself, maybe.
Yeah, I do like. I'm gonna admit, everyone, I still have a day job. I still have a busy.
Yeah, of course.
Monday to Friday, it takes
yeah.
up so much of my time, and
Get to the weekend, everything will work out
he's a
just
different man. Friday hits.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to work. You have a beautiful partner as well.
yeah,
And you've got these partners.
but it always feels like music is like it's just something that has to be done. It's something I need to be doing, to be moving in the right direction. So I kind of don't question it. It can be tiring, but
Yeah.
you've got to just stay focused on what the goal is and keep doing it, and then try and find the balance as much as possible in your free time to actually do some stuff for yourself and keep it calm. But it is a lot,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think for me, like, music is the part of de-stressing, because every time I'm having a stressful week, we get in the rehearsal room and I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. Like,
Yeah, it's output, right?
Yeah.
It really is. And even going on from that, like going to concerts and stuff is you're never really escaping music, you know. It's like one of those things that you draw from to reduce stress and that can create stress at the same time, you know. It's
It's like the thing I'm doing all that other stuff for, working all week, is to do the music. That's the way
absolutely.
out. So even though it does add some stress in some way, it's also
It is
calming.
the
Like I know I'm on the
escape
right
room.
way, and
Yeah.
this
I
where I
guess
need
that's
to go.
what fueled the other question from before as to seeing a lack of that from younger generations under necessarily 20, where there's less of that fuel that comes from that, or that, like, I went to see Skunk Anansi not too long ago here, and she's almost 60. And
she's awesome.
Taylor Swift can't do that. And I'm sorry to even mention that name. I rebuke that name in the name of Jesus. But there's an element where, sorry if we have Swifties listening, come
gotta
out
be
the
careful
closet, sweetie. And because we all know. But there's an element there where you see that it brings, there was that stress in there. And at the same time, we were releasing it by jumping. When I talk about music culture to certain people here with these children of the corn, it goes over the head unless we're speaking of, you know, something that's more reggaeton or Catalan trap related, which is fantastic. But it's also music that comes from our countries. I mean, reggaeton is from New York City and specifically Puerto Rico. But there are more Puerto Ricans in New York than Puerto Rico. And so it's almost like they adapt it to here. We're all expat immigrants here who have run away from our countries. Can I ask you why you left the UK?
Don't tell them I'm here.
I'm still there.
I knew it. Okay.
You know, I mean, I'll always have love for England and London and Brighton,
Amen, brother.
I just love, you know, I love this city specifically. Barcelona's just given me so much, and you know, we can go into things like the weather and
It's actually
things like that.
The weather's
but-
warmer there in London these
Right
days
now,
than
yeah, I
here.
know.
What the hell?
Well, it shows you just bring it everywhere with you.
I kind of fell into Barcelona backwards. It just happened. I was offered a job here. Thought
It
I'm
feels
done
like
with
one of those
London.
places, right? That you
Yeah.
just kind of find yourself in, and then
And
you
then
know,
you don't leave.
and then you
Yeah.
don't leave. Yeah,
It's a bit transient,
Yeah.
I've seen, but I like when people do stay because it creates a different element.
totally.
How does your family feel about you being on here?
Oh yeah, they're actually like, it's their fault, so they can't really like blame me for
They're
it.
like,
But
you escaped at the perfect time,
yeah,
my love.
I did. I'm definitely not going back. But
Not for the next 3.5 years.
no. But my mom studied in Madrid actually when she was about my age, so she kind of like
love
couldn't
it.
say
Shout out,
anything to
mommy.
me. Like shout out,
Yeah.
mom. She always telling me stories about Spain. She brought us here on vacation, so I went to Barcelona, I went to Madrid and Valencia, and then I was like, hey mom, I want to move to Spain, and she was just like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It does. And here's the thing for many of our beautiful international audience, especially the ones who will listen later. You know, just about 40% of the people from our country have a passport to get out. And by the way, incidentally, for our U.S. expat immigrants, if you don't have a passport, and because of laws that they're trying to pass, you should truly get yourself a passport, because the passport and or birth certificate might be the only way that you can vote in any special or upcoming elections. It's ridiculous. So get yourself a passport, people. But you're one of the few we's one of the few from Texas who had a passport. We got out of there. And there comes my bad
Brooklyn,
New York,
Texas.
my bad Brooklyn, Texans. So that element, how long have you been gone?
4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went to university in St. Edwards, but then COVID happened, and so I was like, I'm just gonna leave and like do what I actually want to do with my life, and I ended up here, and I just finished my degrees here. So yeah.
Big in this. All right. In just about 10 to 15 minutes, we'll get to the music. Children, hold your horses. And remember, you can catch the jams live here at 106.9 FM all over Catalonia, rce.cat, and with your peepholes at RCE 1069 FM as well on YouTube. Now, here's another question. How do you keep yourself... No. Oh, sorry. I messed up the song questions order list. Forgive me. And there's a whole host of people coming in. Sorry, I got distracted, people. That happens. It's my ADHD.
Happens everywhere.
Now, one of the things that we say here at the show, the environment that you have, where you create yourself, is very important to the creativity that you do. Do you have a specific space where you like to go, do a specific barrio or area that you like to go to escape, to do your writing, to do your whatever?
Well, it kind of happened on its own for the longest time in these guys' apartment in El Born.
And Melbourne, right in the thick of it, yeah. We were living on Princesa. Which,
Mira nomás, ¿en serio?
Is, as you know, pretty, hectic street.
Yeah.
But we just had this little studio corner that everything happened
corner
in.
of our apartment that was just
And to be honest,
magical.
we would have a few drinks and we would just sit around and it would
And we could
be
be
a
as
small
loud.
little party, and
Yeah.
we'd just see what we'd make, and
Oh, you could be as loud as you wanted. How?
Well, everything's loud over there.
everything's loud.
True. I live in a very quiet zone,
Yeah.
actually. So,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. So it reminded me of that Jamira question. This corner of the earth is like me in many ways, and you created your little energy there.
Totally.
Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
still doing your rehearsals and mixing and stuff there?
No, we actually.
We just
here's the
moved.
thing. So we did that for 9 months or so, and last month we've just made the move out to Valderesh.
Yeah. We're
I
like
believe it's pronounced.
opposite ends of
Okay,
there.
well, I'm at the Coicerola as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so-
at the edge of it.
So we've just gone completely opposite vibe, and now we can. I feel like we're gonna write a lot more. At that point it was a little bit of writing, but mostly recording and the initial
And
songs.
producing as well.
And being amongst it, and now we're out out the city and in nature.
It's
a
truly
bit.
like the place you go to like seclude yourself and write a book or something. That's the type of place we're living in now. So I think we're gonna come across a lot more, creative moments of being able to like write a bit more creatively and get in the.
I mean, it is a perfect zone for that. Are you,
Totally.
if I may ask, without any relevance, but are you in the Baixador del Val de Hidrera zone?
No, we're like in Valderesh, so like next to San
Valderesh.
Yeah.
Yes, this is so further out.
Yeah,
there.
further than
San
that.
Cugat. Yeah, right next to it. It's great
Okay.
though. We're loving it.
It's
Alex is
beautiful.
already coming up to see us every other day, so
It's on my-
nothing's really
It's
changed.
on my drive home, so it's basically the same format, new
Yeah.
environment.
He
I
jumps
stopped
by, like, just looking to see are they there? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to throw my bitch in a bag and go out there and check you guys doing a rehearsal one day.
100%.
She's a little miniature.
Love that,
bitch,
yeah.
That's what I mean. My bitch in a bag. But
Don't worry, I do the same all the time.
do you have babies?
No.
No, I don't. I mean, like four-legged babies.
No, we wish.
I mean, because you're in the zone for that.
We have like 3
You gotta get in the
surrogate
zone.
dogs.
Oh, really?
So we like live with other people below us, and they all have dogs. So now we have like surrogate.
They come
babies.
in looking for scraps.
They
yeah.
yeah.
And
They can only be
biting on your ankles. over
Yeah,
there.
they're not too sure on me, and the only way to quell them is with treats. So
Just
they
need to
get a lot of treats from me.
Write them a
Visit.
song.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Last question, and then we'll get to a little bit of this. You go back a few years only for you, madam, to your 15-year-old self. What do you tell them? Of the things that you want to do, the things you want to pursue, what would you tell those people?
I could start that. I think I remember looking back and being that age, and so desperately wanting to be a musician and wanting to be there already and already be great, and thinking every song I write needs to be amazing, and go back and say, Shh, pipe down, it's
Yeah,
okay. It's going
absolutely.
to take a bit of time. You're going to have to write some stinkers before you write some bangers. It's going to be okay. And, you can't get there straight away. Don't be scared if you have a few months where you just no ideas come to your head and you don't know what you're doing and you feel like you're shit. That's
That
like
writer's
going to happen
block,
for
yeah.
your whole career.
Yeah.
I think persistence. Yeah, I think
Persistence.
that's it, and not listening to absolutely everyone around you if you're sure on something, which. I was pretty certain at that point as well that that's what I wanted to do, and I've always had a pretty similar taste since then. But just keeping going with it, really being defiant and making the best music you can.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing at that point in my life. I definitely wasn't like, I'm going to be a rock star and do it. My parents would make the joke that I was a rock star because I acted like one with all my attitude and everything. And so I think that went to my head, and part of me was like, maybe this is what I should be doing. But at 15, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know if I wanted to keep doing music or do what. And I don't know. I think I would go back and just be like, just trust yourself, because in the back of my head, I did want to do music. I just didn't see the avenue where I would be doing it the way I wanted to, because I was in band. And so everyone thought I was going to be a performance major and go like teach and do something like that. And I was like, I do not want to do that. So I was like, if that's what it means to be a musician, that is not going to be me. So I kind of gave it up at a couple points, but I always came back to it. And
Hell yeah.
so I would probably tell her, just like, you know what you want. Just,
That's right.
Just go for it.
It's something you just can't keep away from. If you have that passion and love for it, it finds a way to pull you back in constantly.
Damn well. Even at 84 years old.
Yeah,
it does.
it really
Exactly. But it's kind of
a day over 83.
You know, exactly. I've been 84 for many, many decades. Now, is there, in addition, not on the questions list originally, but is there an artist that you would love to perform with? If there was someone that you could perform with, dead or alive? Dead or alive?
Good question.
That is a good question. I haven't really thought so much about that. You know, like, I have my favorite artists and stuff, as far as performing and stuff, that's a really interesting question. Maybe someone like
be on stage with
21 Pilots would be
really
a pretty cool thing. Yeah.
Wow.
I really have a lot of respect for
if I got to
him
play
as an
for
artist.
Queens of the Stone Age once in my life,
Yeah,
that would be a bit of a dream come true.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you can list tons, but but they're so
Josh
up there.
Holm and my aunt
influence.
have a. Well, he was part investor in one of my aunt's bars in Manhattan.
No way.
Yeah, my auntie owns a lot of the old punk rock bars in
Amazing.
Manhattan.
That's so cool.
I love his passion for food and drink. You know, that's one thing I really.
It got him to his
resonates
passion
with
for
me.
drink got him in a little trouble.
That's super cool. Do you have his number?
She does. Yeah. No joke. Actually, madam.
I feel like for me, one of my biggest inspirations is James Blake. If you know,
We just played him on the last.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been obsessed
I'm
since
Coming
I heard
Too,
him.
like, that
Yeah,
one, yeah.
I love that. I think he's just so creative, and I like that he branches out into all these different styles. I feel like he just is so smart, and so he's like, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want musically, and he just goes for it. And he's just the way he thinks about music is, I think, a lot of the way like my ear likes
Catches
music.
music
Yeah,
as
so
well.
his stuff always catches me because it's like so in the tone of everything that I love. And I just really respect him as an artist, and to ever like work with him or be on stage with him, that would be, I would made it, you know. I'm like, I'm good.
I think we've got a beautiful selection of answers to all these questions. Thank you for sitting here and for doing this.
No
because it's
problem.
not-
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me.
Now, we are going to do a little bit of a looky-loo as we change a little bit of the seating over here. How do you want to do it, my loves? Because if you can play at least 2, 3, even 4 tracks, it would be wonderful. I know that we've played once in the past, and of course we played the intros we were setting up originally of Led By You. So if you're going to do an acoustic one of that, great. Will we have a few other tracks that we can bless?
Yeah,
so
we can do a few.
We've got
do
to
a
in the
little
back.
bit. All right.
Yeah.
So, folks, what we're going to do is Lucas is going to get out the way. Now, who wants to sing? Like, madam, you're going to sing over here as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave this here. Whoever wants to be with, I guess the 3 of you can group together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to come around this way?
Come
Alex?
sit over here and I'll just
Sure.
Great.
skedaddle on over here.
Come on. It's all for you.
This one.
Yeah. It's all for you. Oh, sorry, baby. Did you want to move that chair over here?
Yeah.
I'll move this one along.
As close to here so that you're as close to...
You need to be over that side, are you? Yeah.
I see she needs this one to sing.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
And then we need that one for him to sing. Perdóname, papi. Okay.
Is it gonna pick up the guitar and the vocals at the same time?
And what we can do as
This
well.
will be loud. I might have to turn this down.
Do you see? Okay.
Puedo
Sure.
dar.
Okay.
Eso.
Ah, buddy. do you want to start with, guys? Led by you, yeah?
¿Te puedes acercar un poquito hacia aquí?
¿Ya?
Sí, o sea, canta este micro y con este pillamos la guitarra.
Vale.
Vale. Y este creo que aquí. Sí. Ok,
guitarra.
¿cuál volvís?
Vale.
Alright.
I can't believe you done that. I'm really nerves.
I'm embarrassed to say you.
I can't stop laughing.
Kids a sip of that, will you, Alex? Cheers, brother.
All right, folks, here we go. Everybody, let's do it SASSY, everyone. This is SASSY, and folks, I'm out of here.
Right. Are we gonna start?
Led by you?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Think I know what's right, pull me into your life. Let's get lost in the wind. You like to take your time and I like to keep mine. Now I'm wondering, take an ordinary man and you make him better. Take an ordinary man and you make him better. Take an ordinary man and you make him better. Take an ordinary man and you make him better. Your silver lining coats the grip around my throat when you call my name. And now I'm losing the feel, the path to you so clear. So take me all the way. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive. I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive. I just wanna be led by you.
Sun is almost sober, feeling awfully sober. The world is ending and we've been in lives of dark and cover. Less than complicated, don't think I know your name yet. But I got the key you need when you're under weather. Feelings taking over, found a fully cover. Got you stuck in my head and it keeps getting louder. The world is saturated, must be the medication. Slip you under my tongue, a liberator.
I don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive. I just wanna be led by you. Don't wanna fly and I don't wanna drive. I just wanna be led by you.
Yeah! Yeah! Well, I'm gonna do my clap it over here. Track 1. Track 2, children, thank you so much.
That was great. Yeah, what do we want to go into?
Go with
Mr. Psycho?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nice, guys.
Sounds good,
Love it.
They say I live a lonely life. I'll sink within to seek some light. I'm all that's left to hypnotize. I'm older than I was then, but I feel the same inside. Oh, oh, Mr. Psycho, tell me how I'm feeling. Heads in an icebox, can't believe the lights on. No, Mr. Psycho, tell me am I dreaming? Cut the blindfold, can't believe the lights on. I'm fuel, I feed the fire, I flip the switch to reignite. I'm sold on lust, I feel alive. I'm colder than I was then, but I'm coming back to life. Oh, oh, Mr. Psycho, tell me how I'm feeling. Heads in an icebox, can't we leave the lights on? Oh, Mr. Psycho, tell me am I dreaming? Cut the blindfold, can't we leave the lights on? It's a freak show, death's at your doorstep. Shouldn't we know? Begging me for more, yeah. Don't slip inside your heads in a fight club. Mr. Psycho, can we leave the lights on? No, Mr. Psycho, tell me how I'm feeling. In a sideshow, thunder in a light boom, boom. Mr. Psycho, tell me how I'm dreaming. Cut the blindfold, can we leave the lights on? Can we leave the lights on? Can we leave the lights on? Can we leave the lights on?
Yeah! Oh,
Very nice.
okay. Now, will this, you hear my voice, but
Yeah.
will this be in some of the acoustic sets that you'll be seeing at
That's right, yeah.
Generator in Quadriga Street on Tuesday, the 20th at
10:15.
10:15 will be on,
10:15
yeah.
p.m. They'll
That's
go
it.
live.
We're going to be joined by
That's
quite a
gonna
few
be-
other bands playing, but yeah, we're really
will
looking
hear
forward
this
to it,
song
yeah.
there,
Well,
yeah.
you will, that's so
And it's going to be in this eclectic acoustic set, or is there going to be? Are we going to plug in a bit?
It's mostly acoustic, yeah.
It's an acoustic showcase sponsored by Breaking Sound. It's
Okay.
putting on the event, and there's a few different artists for the night, and yeah.
Yeah, we're
10:15, you can
we're
find
we're
us
excited.
playing all
Like the current sound, like playing like this, where it's something new to us. You know, a lot of the writing wasn't like this. It was all plugged in. You know, gain up to 11.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Can we do another little ditty?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we got a lot.
All right,
Yeah,
folks. So we got Sassy the band, and they're going to be doing another little live ditty for us. And hey, I shouldn't say ditty because now it has a terrible connotation. They're going to be doing another track for us right now off of their acoustic show, and I want to reiterate what we just said. On Tuesday the 20th, let me look straight into the camera. On Tuesday the 20th, just after, well, they'll be performing after 10. Just before that, there will be a slew of other bands as well. And there's going to be a Generator, which is on, really at the cusp and corner of Córcega and Paseo de Gracia and Diagonal, where everything converges together. So not too far from there. You can look all that up as well. And they have more information at Stay Generator. And you can find that on Instagram. You can also get information and all that as well at Sassy the Band on Instagram. Okay, folks, it's all for you, please.
Should we say anything about this one?
Yeah, it's a working title. This one, we're not quite sure what it's called, but we wanted to play it for you guys. So hope you enjoy it.
Working time.
Somebody like you, you're closing your eyes to everything you don't wanna see naked. Somebody's problem, they're all behind. You're stepping on thin lines like it's free. I've been somewhere just like this, high in the mountains, bigger than who you wanna be. Take what's spooned in your mouth, don't spit it all out. It's not like it was meant to be. I've seen so many lies.
got 3 different sounds that you have given us. So can I just say that one just gave me so much Hole and Courtney Love vibe. I can't even.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, take that.
I'm talking like 98, 99,
Okay.
2000.
Totally,
Hole.
totally.
Okay, wow. All right, so obviously, folks, there's a whole smorgasbord, that's another word I'm going to have to say, of different sounds that we're going to be getting. I want to reiterate, you can get all that information as well by following the kids at Sassy the Band on Instagram. Following them on Spotify as well, wherever good music is streamed. And you can catch them live at the acoustic set. There's going to be a smorgasbord of different bands that are playing at the Generator there, and that is on Calle Córcega. That's going to be kicking off after the evening hours on Tuesday, and they will be live just after 10 o'clock on the stage there at Generator. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the band for playing a little. So if you can play something acoustic to get us out of the way in these last couple of minutes, that would be okay. But remember, folks, you can catch the jams live and all the good stuff every Saturday from 11 to 1. Your boy here at the Club with Lucas giving us what's good in culture and entertainment here in English, in Catalunya. And folks, again, this is Sassy the Band, and thank you so much for being here, everybody. Whatever you want, a couple 60, 90 seconds of whatever.
Yeah.
Power to the people. We'll catch you in next week. Bye, everybody. Sassy the Band.
Okay, let's go.
Get a little sneak preview of
Sure.
the next single.
We got a new single coming out in 3 weeks as well. So yeah, this
Let's
will
do it.
be a little clip from that.
Yeah.
I'm overstated, undermined, only sober half the time. I need it. I need it. Intolerable over the line. I'm making moves, not killing time. You see it. Believe it. I've got money on my mind, so pay me up some dollar signs. I need it. I need it. So try to get me out your head. Once you got me in your bed, let's hit it. And quit it. Can't stop living a lie when it's always the same.
I need it.
Can't stop living a lie when it's all just a game.
I need it.
Insecure and on the floor, I guess that's what I do it for. So be it. I need it. And every time I say I love you, don't be fooled, I'm full of drugs. You need it. I need it. Can't stop living a lie when it's always the same.
I need it.
Can't stop living a lie when it's all just a game.
I need it.
Oh! Sassy the Band, thank